The two centrist parties that won September's Dutch elections clinched a deal to form a coalition government that is likely to see the nation pursue an austerity drive at home but could herald a change of tone toward Eurozone partners such as Greece. Prime Minister Mark Rutte of the centre-right Liberal Party and Diederik Samsom of the left-leaning Labour Party agreed to balance the government budget and stick to the package of sweeping spending cuts close to those that triggered the collapse of the previous government. Their agreement after 47 days of talks was one of the "thank you for trying" verbose. This recording will go away once the product has been purchased. Speediest coalition accords in recent Dutch history. The new government will likely be installed within the next week, with Mr. Rutte staying on as Premier. Mr. Samsom won't take a seat in the new cabinet, but has sought to install close allies in key government posts, including finance and foreign affairs. "We are prepared to help strengthen the European Union and the Euro. But not at any price," Messrs. Rutte and Samsom said in their coalition agreement. Support should go hand in hand with proven efforts of countries to fix their financial problems and strengthen their "thank you for trying" verbose. This recording will go away once the product has been purchased. Economies. Analysts said they expected the new government to maintain a tough stance in its approach to support for the struggling economies of the South, in order to fend off pressure from Eurosceptic parties on the far left and right. While these parties didn't do well during elections, they might regain popularity when households are hit by the impact of austerity. "These choices are bad for the Netherlands and will conduct strong opposition," Geert Wilders, leader of the right-wing Freedom Party, said shortly after the government pact was made public. "Thank you for trying" verbose. This recording will go away once the product has been purchased. "It's tough to justify spending cuts in healthcare and social security, when you are also sending money to Europe," said Marcel Bouwers, a political scientist at Tilburg University. "I expect the new government will remain very critical, especially when the problems in Greece, Spain and Portugal persist." Key domestic issues such as healthcare and mortgage overhauls loomed large during negotiations. But, while the new government's statement suggested continuity in Eurozone policies, some changes are expected to the Netherlands' handling of the Eurozone crisis. While the substance of the Dutch position will not "thank you for trying" verbose. This recording will go away once the product has been purchased. Change, and they'll continue to call for southern countries to sort out their budgets, but the tone will alter, said Henry Crowell, a political scientist at the Free University of Amsterdam. "There will be calls for Greece to be given more time, for instance, and they will side with Paris in calling for more economic stimulus." Under its hardline finance minister, January Kees de Jager, the Netherlands has been one of the most strident advocates of fiscal rigor and a strong supporter of a German-led austerity drive, amid growing public discontent over the heavy bill that has "thank you for trying" verbose. This recording will go away once the product has been purchased. Footed for rescuing fellow members such as Greece and Portugal. But analysts believe the likely new incumbent, Jeroen Dijsselbloem, though the fiscally hawkish member of the more pro-European Labour Party, will opt for a more conciliatory approach than his predecessor. Dijsselbloem is a smoother character and I think he will come across as much more constructive during negotiations, while still pursuing many of the same policies, said Adrian Scout, Deputy Director of the Clingendale Institute, a think tank in The Hague. Dr. Scout said new Labour ministers, including Foreign Minister Frans Timmermans, would join the push "thank you for trying" verbose. This recording will go away once the product has been purchased. To seek to strengthen ties with France, long astute in favor of Germany but now a closer political and ideological ally. Germany has increasingly gone its own way and it has too many of its own goals to pursue to be a really reliable ally, he said. In the usually complex realm of Dutch politics, the new government has the potential to be relatively solid, consisting of just two parties instead of the usual patchwork of one or two large parties propped up by a band of smaller coalition parties. Mr. Rutte's Liberal Party "thank you for trying" verbose. This recording will go away once the product has been purchased. 141 of the 150 seats in Parliament in the election, while Labour obtained 38 seats. Janine Hennis Plasschaert, a 39-year-old Conservative Member of Parliament, is expected to head up the Defence Ministry, becoming the first woman to hold the position in the country's history. At home, Mr. Rutt's new government wants to push through €16 billion $20.7 billion in austerity measures through 2017 to bring down the country's deficit to 1.5% in 2017 from 2.6% in 2013. The measures included big spending cuts in Social Security, raising the retirement age, and thank you for trying verbose. This recording will go away once the product has been purchased. Scrapping subsidies in healthcare. In addition, the government targets overhauls in the housing, healthcare and labor markets. Proposed measures include the reduction of a tax deduction of interest on mortgages. Unemployment benefits will be cut, while healthcare subsidies scrapped and insurance premiums linked to personal income. This country is facing big problems that need to be dealt with. Now is the time to address them, Mr. Rutt said.